How's it going, folks? It's Lace in the place, and the game is not up on screen. Ah, there it is. You know, I said yesterday that I might DJ today, but I honestly just wanted to take it easy tonight. I went out and early voted today, and if you haven't, I highly recommend you do so as well. But yeah, that just going out and doing that kind of drained my social batteries. It wasn't that big a deal. It wasn't like it was anything difficult to do, but it was out of my ordinary routine. So I'm a little drained. You know, between yesterday and today, I'm just a little drained. So I was like, why not just take it easy tonight, play something fun, and you know, I can always hook up my gear and mix a little bit tomorrow night at the end of Creative Space and Chill. Oh. That's right, I joined this in progress. I was looking at that like, wait, why are there AoEs in the loading screen? Because I joined this in progress. Also, I seem to have something weird on screen. I'll have to fix that shortly. Like, I'm sure I'm not the only one that sees that weird, like, a weird line there, right? I'm not sure what that is. I've never seen that until now. What is that? You know what, the fight started. I'll have to get it after this. Whatever that is, I'm gonna have to fix it, like, after this run. So please bear with me. Am I gonna make that in time? Is anyone gonna make that in time? Made it. Wasn't a perfect counter, but at least we made it. Ooh, oh no. Oh no. That could have been bad. You know, within the last, I think, day or two, I finally gave Yuna a try, the character I'm playing as now. I finally gave Yuna a try, and man, I've been missing out. She's actually kind of fun to play as. I'm still sort of trying to get used to how she works, but for what I understand so far, I'm enjoying playing as her. Oops, it's only doing the single wave this time. Close enough hit. I think my only gripe with her so far is her limited range. But beyond that, I actually really like playing as her. This is when I want to joke friendship ended with Silica Nation. Now Yuna Nation is my best friend. But nah, like, I like playing as both, but I just hadn't tried Yuna until now, and now, as far as supports go, I kind of like her more than the others. Ooh. Down it goes. There we go. Don't mind me being a little out of sorts. I was kind of shotgunned into this. Like, just as I started, I saw the aid request pop up, and I was like, I was gonna be running this anyway, so why not? Let's say maybe I'll get a really good drop out of it. You never know. Let's not run into that. There we go. All right. Yes. Hey, Softgale, good to see you in the chat, man. How you feeling today? This side. I actually built a pretty good weapon for Yuna last night. Obviously it's not the best I can get, but it's pretty solid. I mean, I had a bunch of lower level epic weapons that had really good stats, so I just made effect spheres out of those and transferred them over to a new one that I got. And now it's a pretty solid weapon, and it will be a pretty solid choice until I literally get something better, which who knows when that'll be. Oh, am I the tank now? I am the tank now. Let's go. Got no special cut in for it, but that's okay. Oh, is this guy still? Oh, stuck. Oof. Oh, somebody down? Oh, they were already getting them, so I didn't see a timer there, so I didn't realize they were down. I got super lucky on the positioning of that one. Ah, waited too late for that. A bunch of people down there. That's not good. Hope they were able to get the other person over there. There was no way I was getting across the arena to get them up in time. They're underneath the thing. Sorry, that weird white line on screen is fucking the crap on me. I will fix it. I just can't while I'm in the middle of this. I think it's an old source that I forgot to hide or something in OBS. That's what I think. I don't know. I actually did not see it until I went live. But, you know, you gotta love when that happens. You're like, hey, everything's fine. Let's go live. Oh, what's that? That just does not hit where it says it will. Hello. Well, all the positions are covered. Last health bar, we got this. It's gonna flip him. Oops. Super late on that. Oh, somebody's got I just noticed it now. Someone's got Strea's outfit on Sinon. It actually looks really good on them. Oh yeah, there they are right there. That's the person I was just talking about. Good look. Boom. Ads this late in the fight? Like, really though? Like, okay, that's fine. Let's keep that voltage up, man. Whoa, uh-oh. Yeah, I don't want to be standing there. This is our opportunity. This is our opportunity. I don't know if that's in range. Can't tell. I think it's just in range. It's to distract you. It was successful. And hey, Leah, good to see you in the chat. I hope you are doing well today. I haven't had a chance to catch up with you or anybody. I mean, not since I like got home in the morning. All right, let's fix this. This weird line. What is this and why is it here? Bear with me. What are you and where did you come from? The only change it tabbed me back in. The only changes I made were I didn't make any changes actually. Ah, I see. It was the video clip redeems. There was some weird. I don't know. You know what? I fixed it. I fixed it. That's the important part. Whatever. That was weird. I've never had that happen before. Oh, let's see. This loot's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. But it's not really good. Not good enough to keep. So that is. I'll make an effect sphere out of something. Same goes with that for you. Need some help? Oh yeah, you guys are more than welcome to join in. I've been big farming today, nearly have my electric and fire weapons done, and I have two of my 3 accessories done. Unsure how I want to go about doing the third part. You know, I'm not quite there yet. I mean, I'm kind of just taking whatever's the best stuff on the way up. I'm taking it, but once I get up there, I'll definitely be trying to like build pretty solid stuff. In context, Leah is already like max, both max player rank and max character rank for Len. So I went to Nuisance Plant / deck space for more Hystera and Gigatriol. You know, I should, but well, I don't know about Hystera. I should put Gigatriol on my gear. Talking PSL2 stuff. I should do that, but I'm probably not going to. Not right away. I will just not. Or, you know, once Gigatriol just starts dropping like normal, then yeah, I'll probably do it then. But for now what I got is more than adequate. So I need to invite you both. B, invite to group. Invite to B, invite to group. I really should be working on leveling Death Gun or Yuki or who was the other one? AG. But I just actually really am enjoying playing Yuna. So, yeah, I'm focusing on her for a bit. Actually, what is her passive? I don't even know what it is. Healing songsters. Party remembers. Oh, okay. Party remembers receive more HP upon revival. I mean, that's good, but that's like only good for if you're playing a support. Which she is, and I get that. I mean, if I get her to 30, you know, everyone can use that skill anyway, so I might as well just swap it out for something that's a little more useful overall, while I'm level. Oh, you know what, Leah? I just blindly invited you. I didn't know if you were even in game or not. Let me know if you aren't, or if you let me know if you don't intend to log in. Then I'll just go ahead. Might be able to join after a while. Have some prior obligations. Oh yeah, no problem. Fine if you have it. It's pretty much standard. Yeah, I do intend to get Klein's. Passive at some point. He's also just really fun to play. Let's dive into, you know what, either one of these is fine. Yeah, we'll do that. But I got kicked out because of daily reset. Oh, you know what, I'm glad you reminded me of that. Like, my stream starts when the daily reset happens, so I'm glad I just kind of relaxed on the, well, I had to delay the opening a little bit today, but I'm also glad that I just sat on the title screen. Just need 4 more ranks. Oh, and then you can do, oh yeah, the next level co-op. It is a must-have for Yuki. I was looking into that last night, and I was like, so you get more strength whenever you take damage, and Yuki actively damages herself, so yeah. All set. So, you know what? I thought my positioning was a little weird. Like I was looking at myself on screen. I was like, why do I always seem to be just slightly off? Like the model wasn't looking in the right direction with everything I was doing, and I realized the reason for that. Hang on, let me fix this real quick. That's because I didn't pull the camera up all the way. There we go. Now it's tracking properly. Alright, now we should be okay. Much better. Much better. I was like, whenever I was just looking straight at the screen, it was like looking down or looking up. And I knew something was off. That's close enough. I think that's close enough. If it ain't, then I'm really in trouble. What is this? Yes, I'll take it. It's better than nothing. Do it. We're going this way? Isn't this the way we came from? No, this isn't the way we came from. Yeah, because enemies wouldn't be spawning if it were. Oh. That's a dead end. The enemy's already spawned, so I'll go ahead and fight them. 3 since I'm at like max voltage. No. Tekken music, a wide variety from this DJ. I mean, I would like to say the majority of the stream playlist now is music from Tekken, Yars Rising, and what is that other game I have a ton of music from? Oh, it's Street Fighter 6. Which I think I mentioned it before, but I know a lot of people out there are just like, oh, the music in Street Fighter 6 is so terrible, and I'm like, really? Because, I mean, one, it's better than just having the Street Fighter 2 tracks remade again, like for the umpteenth time, and that's not me saying that I don't like the Street Fighter 2 music. I grew up with it. I love it. Jal, good to see you in the chat. How you feeling today? You know, like I said, that's not me saying that I don't like the Street Fighter 2 music or any variation of it over the years, but as Street Fighter 6 is a major step forward for the series, both as far as the timeline goes and the characters themselves, I think it was about time to have new themes for the characters. And you know, some of them are great, some of them less so. But I think it was largely well done. Some tracks really hit the cultural aspects well, like as far as like where the person is from and what the music is like from that place. Some of those hit really well. Some of them also just elicit like the right feeling. Like JP's theme, JP is one of the new villains. If his theme doesn't say I'm the bad guy, then I don't know what does. Or what's another good example? A special note. I like to, if you go to the Street Fighter YouTube channel, you can listen to any and all of the songs. People of the cultures that are, you know, relatable to the character largely gave input on it and were just like, hey, this is, you did it right. Like, this isn't just like in Blanca's case, people were saying like, yeah, this is a much more accurate depiction of Brazilian music. It's not just the stereotype of you know, southern tropical drums. Yeah, they actually really did their homework on this one, and it hits. And it's pretty good. Same goes for many of the other ones. Like I mentioned before that the guard team at my overnight site, most of us are islanders. I think like 2 or 3 of us are from Jamaica. Our former head guard was from Trinidad, and I think we had someone from... I just blanked on the name of the country. Starts with an H. Holy crap, I blanked on it. Anyways, I happen to be playing DJ's new theme, which is in the playlist. It'll come up at some point. And accidentally started a dance party. I just, you know, the head guard came in, and he definitely music that he's used to. And I mean, he started moving, I started moving, another guard came in, they started moving, and it's like I'm sorry that we are a people that love to dance. Like, someone actually got upset. They were like, you guys can't be doing that inside the security office. Like, I'm sorry that we have rhythm and you don't? Like, what else am I supposed to say? It's our Undernight Len theme. What is that? Under Night has a character whose theme sounds like an old Sega game. I'm curious. I'm kind of curious to hear that now. I am a very large video game music aficionado. Yeah, it's always been something that really. I mean, good games are one thing. Good games with good music are another. Tell you what, bad games with good music are still highly enjoyable. Oh, hey, we have actual people in party now. We had a AI Heathcliff and Asuna earlier. Now we have a full party of real people. Wow. Y'all like to move it. Yes, we do. That's just how we are. And and that's one of the things I like about the new DJ. He is almost always moving. He's just always kind of moving to some kind of rhythm. Him and Rashid. Rashid's a little different. I mean, I get the idea with him, but in DJ's case, he is just always moving. If you have Street Fighter 6, definitely check him out. If you don't, just go find a video of DJ. He is always moving in some way. Like I said, it's what we do. We are very rhythmic people. It is in everything we do. I remember just random story time. Back in basic training, I was one of the element leaders. I was the second element leader. This, for those who don't know, that's basic. Think of it like a student leader. In the formation, I was the guy at the front. Let's see. Second in from the, if you're looking directly at us, second in from the right, front of the formation. That and all the guys behind me were the ones that I individually marched. That was my element. Anyways, I was a bit of a drill dog. I actually really enjoyed drill movements because I have a background in dance. When I realized, wait, this is just walking in rhythm. Okay, I can do this. Like, I really had no problem with marching ever because of that. We had these spots that we would we had these spots that we would line up on. Like if we were going to eat, if we were going to, I see a bridge over there. I think I can get to it. If we were going to the dining facility to eat, if we were going anywhere, there were generally these spots on the ground to form up. No, I can't do that way. Right, I guess I'm gonna have to go around. I'm not versed in sound and instruments, but I'll link it in the Discord. Yeah, by all means. By all means. Let me find my way around to where everybody else went. But anyways, for the sake of expediency, whenever it was time to go and eat, we would just, as we were ready, we would just march our elements down. Like we would form up first, and then we would like march our elements. And as I was marching mine one day, the idea just came to me as I'm going. Seeing it, like when I turned them to get to that spot to stop, I widened my stride so that I could like get up in front of them, and right when I called them to halt, as soon as they stopped, I stopped. Right on the mark. I mean, style points, not really a big deal. Style points more than anything. But I remember once again, somebody was like, "You can't do that. That's not proper." Shut up, you're just mad you don't have the rhythm I do. That's not what I said, I was just thinking that. Also, Leah, thank you for plugging the Discord. You guys know the deal. You are under no obligation to join, but it is a great way to go beyond the stream and keep up with what, when, and how I do things. Hey, Crown Poker US, or is it Crown Pokerus? Thanks for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. I am Lace Valeri, the multiversal Ojo Soldier, and thank you for the follow.
Well, I have to watch this.
Ooh, which Naruto game is that? Wait, no, that's not Naruto at all. Wait, Sasuke is in
Oh my god!
Is in
He's
Fortnite?
a real person because oh my god, it makes so much sense.
Have a good day. Hope you enjoy your stream. Yeah, you too. Thank you again for the raid. I appreciate you bringing your community over. And you have shown me something very cool in that. I didn't know Sasuke was in Fortnite. I think it might be more pertinent to say who is not in Fortnite now. And Alexia, great to have you with us. Welcome to. It is the day. Hang on, I'm dying. It is the day after my birthday, and I'm trying to. Though I didn't go out and party or do anything crazy, I'm trying to just kind of relax and take it easy tonight, and get beat up in Sword Art Online. You know, like anybody would do on a Saturday night. Your mileage may vary. I mean, I could think of worse ways to enjoy a Saturday night. But... Thank you. It's good to have you here. And I hope you continue to have a good time. We are a comical sort here. I often tell a bunch of just random funny stories that may or may not be related to whatever's going on. I also occasionally DJ, but I opted not to tonight. I will probably do so tomorrow. I just wanted to take it easy today. Same goes yesterday. Like, you know, again, it's my birthday, but at my age, I'm like, I don't party. I just wanna eat some good food and not do anything today. Everything's good for me at the moment because I'm at work. I feel that I will be at work later playing video games. P.S. Don't play games at work. Be a good adult. Don't be like me. I say that for humor, but I also mean it. Like, don't play games at work. That's a bad thing. And I know, right about now, somebody's probably thinking, well, Lace, if it's a bad thing to do, and you know it's a bad thing to do, why do you do it? Because I'm a bad adult! That's why! Down to join you guys after I hit 100 if you got room. Yeah, you're more than welcome to. You're more than welcome to. If anyone in the chat also has a SAO FD, I'm not going to try to forget then remember the name again. If anyone has it and wants to join in, you are more than welcome to. Hit the sound nuke. Having a lot of avoidable hits tonight. What is going on? 201 lobby once you... Yeah, of course you can join. Yeah, I'll be glad to have you all. I'm an adult too, and I hate it. I know, right? I think we were both the victims of very false advertising. Sure, you know, no more bedtimes or curfews or anything like that, but, you know, if I knew this was waiting for me, I would not have traded in my crayons or drink boxes for this. Like, however, you know, things came full circle and naps are great again. Or naps are great now. They were terrible before, but now they're amazing. If I knew what I was missing back then, I wouldn't have fought so hard to stay awake. Ah, he's doing the thing. I'm level 100, but still in the process of learning this game. Am I like the only person? Like, well, no, Zafkiel isn't either, but I was starting to think maybe I'm the only person who isn't level 100. And sure, I would love to, like, create some excuse like, oh, I just play other games, or, no, I really have no excuse. No excuse whatsoever. But, you know what? I'll get there. I know I'll get there. I'm not super worried about it. It's all about the journey, not the destination, or something self-serving like that. Ooh. Landing. All he's doing is jumping attacks now. Oh, I'm not gonna get there in time. Grind is a huge ask, to be fair. Can't fault anyone. Yeah, it is, but you know, I mean, it does show there is some like some longevity to the game. I don't even know where he landed. Hey, all right, soft kill with the final hit. Good deal. Yeah, like they lied to us. Like when you're an adult, you'll have your own money. You'll be able to do with your time whatever you want. Lies. I don't have any money and I don't have any time. That is the bitter truth of it all. that's so accurate. It hurts. Although, you know, just like I said, you know, there are no more curfews, mostly. There are no more bedtimes, but now you're so tired that you want to go to bed early. So, there's that. I have money, but not enough time, even though I control it. I think it's rare to have both. You either have lots of time and no money, lots of money and no time, or, I mean, if you do have both, I don't know how you've hacked life like that, but please give tips. And there are people who have neither money nor time because. I love this part of the song. You know, actually, this is a great example of what I was talking about before. Battle Arena Toshinden wasn't like the most amazing fighting game in the world. It was fun. It was fun. But it had some really, really good music. I missed the time when I thought bedtime was a punishment. Don't we all? I agree about the longevity, but it's funny when the devs have shot Pikachu face. Only 2% of the player base can do the rank 90 raid. They messed up giving an XP boost to everyone and not just Straya, and decided to keep it upon realizing how silly the grind is. True. Oh, all right. Let me see how do I invite anyone to this? Maybe the friends. Leah, let me know when you're on, and I will definitely invite you. Gel, I will have to add you. Please do give whatever information I need to do so. After watching yesterday's episode of GGO, which, by the way, I've read the books, like all of them up to like well past where we are now in the anime. I've read everything. I know what's going to happen, and obviously I'm not going to spoil it, but it just got to quite possibly one of the best parts, and without saying anything else, like, I know Pizza Hui and M are going to be added to the game. We were talking about it last time I streamed this. I'm not sure whether they're gonna make her a fighter or a rogue. I feel like whichever one between her and Clarence, whichever one they make a fighter, they'll make the other one a rogue, or vice versa. And I feel like rogue fits Pizza Hui more. No, it really would work for both of them. Yeah, it really would work for both of them. So without me, oh yeah, no problem. I will, I'll still be going for a bit, so I am happy to pick up anyone and everyone once they're ready. Let's do this again, and hopefully we get that place. Whenever I say that place, I'm referring to Jade Maze, which I ran like non-stop when the game first released, because I really wanted that red version of Silica's outfit. And though I still don't have it, I just leveled Silica to 50, and now I have the blue version and a bunch of PTSD toward the Jade Maze. There we go. It's a cool design though. I actually really like the way they built it. Like it feels kind of like a maze. Feels labyrinthine without actually being a labyrinth. Really good design. I like it. I don't know why, but I find Kirito so annoying. Like I've never hated an MC like him in any anime or manga. A lot of people say that. You know what's funny? Like, you know, I disagree with that, but only after reading so much of it, I realize how much, like, okay, yeah, he's the hero, he's the main character, he's always going to have that chance to shine. But when he's not shining, the entire cast just clowns on him left and right. Like, I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, but he is like, 9 times out of 10, he is like the punchline for every joke, for almost every joke the girls tell. While I haven't finished Unital Ring, when I first started reading it, you know, quick side note, I feel like this game is Unital Ring without being Unital Ring. But yeah, when I first started reading it, I noticed like really just kind of sitting there clowning on him all the time. And I was like, wow, that's not what I expected. Take that, since everything wants to attack me today. Oh, wait, everybody else went the other way. No wonder I'm by myself. Whoops. I didn't know you guys went the other way. I'm sorry. Hang on, I'll catch up. I thought we all went to the right. Now I can definitely say that between both series, you know, SAO and GGO, I want to say I like Len as a protagonist more than Kirito, and that's nothing against him. I just like Len's character more. And I think that she's tough, she's tenacious without necessarily falling into typical like shonen anime hero tropes. Like more often than not, she is like very unsure of herself. often put in really crappy situations, like just being the bait, being turned into the bait for her team to enact some strategy, or a primary target for other people. And you know, she just makes the most of it. There is also the mild, and I'm putting that lightly, and I'm saying that lightly, mild signs of insanity going on there. Because I mean, normal people don't talk to their guns. Normal people don't talk to their weapons at all. But then again, I mean, normal people also don't play VR games because they don't exist. At least not that way. She's good at kiting. Yeah, she's good at kiting. She's good at ambushing. You know, I think honestly, if she's good at anything, it's adapting. That's what she's good at. Yeah, with that said, I am really looking forward to when they add Pizza Hui and M to the game. Especially Pizza Hui. Her crazy ass is gonna be fun to play. But I have a big problem. I'm always cheering for the antagonist rather than the main character. The only time I was on the main character's side was in Elfen Lied because she was bipolar, both bad and good. I get that. I get that. Some people just like the antagonists. Hi. Hey Yuki, good to see you in the chat. You know, to what you were saying, Alexia, I think that is the appeal of the anti-hero. You know, characters who they're the hero, they're the good guy, they're just not a good guy, or they don't necessarily subscribe to typical hero tropes. I mean, that's you know, your mileage may vary. I also, as someone who likes to write, I can really appreciate a good antagonist. I can really appreciate a good antagonist. Like, one thing I learned from my aunt some years ago, who, you know, a lot of what I learned about writing, I learned from her. No good villain is truly evil. And as crazy as that might sound, what I mean when I say that is a well-written villain, a good villain, is almost able to make you either sympathize, empathize, or agree with their side of things. Now, there are some cases, like I did say no good villain is truly evil. There are cases where, you know, they're a psychopath or a sociopath, and that's different. But, you know, okay, solid examples from Marvel, because they're always the convenient ones for me. Thanos, bad guy. What he wanted to do was good, but his method was bad. Magneto, prime example. Like, he shares his best friend's vision. They just have very different ways of trying to achieve it. Show Tucker extra enters the chat. Yeah, just, you know, any well-written villain. You know, I don't know if anyone here plays Final Fantasy XIV. I said way back, in Shadowbringers, Emmett Selk was such a good, well-written villain. He highlighted everything that was wrong with Xenos. And don't get me wrong, you know, Xenos grew as a character after Stormblood, but initially, I wasn't crazy about him. I think a better way to put it now, without spoiling anything at all. In the end, Xenos was a terrible villain, but he was a great rival. Fantastic rival. But what is a hero? Someone who had the same experience, but he or she chose another path. Exactly. The difference between hero and villain, like at the core, is method. I mean, and that's why you can have heroes, like anti-heroes, dark heroes, like, you know, say Batman, or, you know, Wolverine to an extent. No, Wolverine's a stretch, because he is a good guy. He's just not like Mr. Truth and Justice. Good guy, just not the typical. He doesn't live and breathe goodness. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. Yeah, the difference between hero and villain is just method. In fact, Mita Hui, while not being a bad character necessarily, admitted if she got stuck in SAO, and this isn't current season, this is like past stuff. This is way back in the I'm lost. She admitted if she got stuck in SAO, she'd be a player killer. Because to her, it's just a game. Didn't really care. She didn't really care whether people were actually dying. Which is pretty morally gray of her, but I think it's less a hard sell on how morally gray she is, and just kind of really painting the picture that she is sadistic. Yeah. Okay, where am I going? I am like super lost. I am going. Hero will sacrifice you for the world, but the villain will sacrifice the world for you. Best sentence I've ever. That's true. No, there is some truth to that. I totally get that. There was an RPG I played some years ago that put the main character in that position. Like it's a major. I don't know if anyone ever played Radiata Stories on PS2. Great RPG. I highly recommend it, and I generally don't recommend stuff. Like, yeah, I'll recommend things, but I try not to be the like, oh my god, this is the greatest game ever. You need to play it right now. Like, just liquefy it and inject it into your veins. Like, I try not to be that guy. But still, just it is a good game. I highly do recommend it. And one of the things I really liked about it was a point where the game really does force you to decide between someone you know, some one person you know, or everybody else. And it is a very final choice. It largely affects how the rest of the game will be. Like, if you choose the one person, it actually does open up a lot more of the game to you. But if you choose everyone else, then you lose that person and you lose the access to all those other places. You know, really one of those few games that exercises power of choice very well. Please don't punch me, Golden Son. That place getting punched by Golden Son. Thank you. Sir, may I have another? Nobody's on the Switch. Hang on, I'll do it. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. You know, I would like to note that I think it was. Oh, someone's down over there. There's no way I'm getting to them in time. Oh, someone got them. Though it started in, I want to say GGO, definitely like in the Kirito GGO arc. It started there, and then it really kind of compounded in Alicization. He really he really had this internal struggle over some of the bad things he had to do. He had to kill people in SAO. Like, for the sake of protecting others, he actually had to take lives, and that's something that weighed very heavily on him. And I think that's realistic in terms of heroes that deal with life and death situations. Like, if there's never any kind of moral dilemma, if there's never that moment where you stop and take stock of the fact that you have had to, like, end people to save people, that's a little unrealistic. If we all have that power, we'd all be Yagami Light. Yeah, all might be a stretch. I can't say I would want that type of power. I do believe I probably would end up abusing it just like he did. Having said that, I really enjoyed Death Note. I loved it early on. It started to lose its luster when it went away from him trying to be like a dark hero to just trying to cover his own tracks. But that was part of the story. It was meant to show absolute power corrupts absolutely. It was no longer about changing the world. It was about just making sure he didn't get caught. Missing the weak point the entire time. I can't use that skill in the air. Try to continue this. Otherwise we'll be stuck here all day. Oh wait, someone else is on it. Okay, cool. Trust me, give him a power and you'll see it'll start as a good deed, but then it'll start to be a massacre. Yeah, like I said, absolute power corrupts absolutely. There's also there's an old writing trope called "What You Are in the Dark." It's easy to be heroic or play the hero, but when you're actually faced with mortal danger or heavy consequences, that's when people really show who they really are. And while it's easy for me to say that, I can't promise I wouldn't do that. I'd like to think I wouldn't, but I don't know. I've thankfully never been in mortal danger, and I hope that doesn't change. That's just the phrase, the road to hell is paved with good intent. Yeah, that too. That too. I don't even think that'll reach him from here. No, it wouldn't. Just like security at a level 2 trauma center. Oh, jeez. I lost interest after L died because I love the intellectual fights between them. Exactly. I was talking about that like 2 Sundays ago. Death Note was supposed to end there. But since they were making money, the publishers were like, no, keep going. This is great. We're making money. Keep going. And you can tell the noticeable drop in quality after that. I mean, there were some good parts, but it just didn't have that same magic the first half did. Oh no! We just got wombo comboed by Ilfang here. Oh! And their name was... You've been in mortal danger without knowing it. Crazy. You know what? Funny story that. Okay, so I mentioned this a while back. Oh, Alexia, thanks for the follow. That's awesome of you. I mentioned this a while back, and please, everyone, please don't freak out about this. This is like old news already. I think this happened back in June? No, not June. July? Anyways, I was leaving work one day, and you know, traffic was stopped. I called an Uber. I'm looking in the direction of oncoming traffic because, you know, traffic, you know, on my side of the street was stopped. So I figured, like, all right, nothing to worry about. And as I'm passing between two cars, which is where that's where I made my first mistake. You know, the guy to my left starts honking like crazy. And I mean, I wasn't looking in his direction because I thought he was trying to tell me, hey, somebody's coming from the other side. So I started looking toward oncoming traffic and got clipped by a lady who was like speeding down the turning lane. I mean, I'm fine. She like, I mean, the worst that came of it was like, she like winged my shoulder, I think my left shoulder, my left hip, and I guess she must have like hit my like first thumb knuckle, because that hurts like hell. I was fine. I mean, I just sort of, I looked over with just enough time to not step fully in the way of her car, but yeah, I got clipped by it. Yeah, I was totally okay, and I remain totally okay. But yeah, I think that was probably the closest brush with death I've had. And hey, lesson learned. This is why they tell you to look both ways when crossing the street, even if traffic is stopped, because you never know when somebody's gonna come speeding down the turning lane, because that makes sense. And then she didn't even turn either. Like, who was really in the wrong here? Ilfang, can you like not, dude? I haven't even done anything to you. You're mad for nothing. Oh. You just got wrecked. Oh, come on. I countered that in time. Or I dodged through it in time. I thought I did. Barely made it to get that guy up. Didn't help he was in an AoE. Oh, he's getting old with this. Yep, good. Oh, every time I use that, he moves. Every time I use that, he moved. Jam Solid Snake, good to see you in the chat. That's the thing to keep in mind when people let you pass. You don't know what's coming in the other lane. Exactly. I've become a lot more. I've started paying a lot more attention since then, because that really could have ended badly. And you know, it's funny. Like, I don't think I don't think the actual peril of the situation hit me until like 2 days after that. I mean, you know, also I was sitting there, my shoulder was still hurting, but I was like, you know, actually that really could have been it for me. I need to be a lot more careful. When I'm playing against this boss, I'm mostly screaming, "I'm too beautiful to die, and sorry for hitting you." I was just joking. Oh, Jell, is that your friend ID? I will pick you up now. Let me get rid of these things first. Those. Also, I didn't know Yuna had a dance emote. Like, oh wait, no, it's from the pack. That's right. Okay, that's why she had it. I just randomly stumbled upon that last night, and I was like, she has a dance emote? Yeah, she's the pop star character. Of course she has a dance emote. All right, how or where do I do the thing to? Oh, let's see. Bear with me while I type that in. There you are. Send you a friend request. And then invite you to party. Ironically, ranking up as a support in competitive Overwatch 1 taught me the lesson about watching out for yourself and others. Applies when I'm driving. You know, I wanna make a Sage joke here, but I'll behave. Did you hear about the voice actor who discovered Crunchyroll's been stealing his fan mail and giving away Yeah, I read that yesterday! That's a federal crime. Yes, it is. And the Postal Service has their own armed force that other government branches fear. Yeah, generally speaking, you don't want to mess with... Okay. Lesson I learned from the military. I mean, I didn't learn it personally, but enough people have done the stupid thing that I learned not to do the stupid thing. Do not mess with, or do not cross the people who make your food, cut your hair, handle your mail, or give you, or supply. Don't cross those four guys. just if you're going to treat anybody badly, never them. Definitely not them. I mean, don't treat anybody badly at all, but especially be nice to those four guys. There's three things you don't mess with in the USA: taxes, the mail, and boats. I fully agree. I fully agree. I can't comment on the boats thing myself because I am neither a boat owner nor willing to get on a boat. I mean, if I were meant to be out on the sea, I would have sea-like features, and I do not have sea-like features. Don't make enemies with the S-shops. Exactly. 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 Me and Softkill are prior service Air Force. We know just some people you just don't cross. Especially the cooks. Just no. Just no. No, aviation. I mean, aviation is don't mess with nurses. We choose how big follies generally. Exactly. I mean, it goes without saying, anybody in the medical profession, you want to take care of them because they are literally the ones taking care of you. But yes, if you like eating good food, if you like eating food, be nice to your cooks. Always. It only takes one moron for us to lose Taco Tuesday. That was a very dark week. That was a very miserable week. I don't want to talk about it. There weren't a lot of things we got to enjoy out there. But losing Taco Tuesday truly was a breaking point for us. The healer knows just how much damage they can deal while still keeping you alive. You hear that, Final Fantasy XIV players? But Lace, you play the healer that doesn't heal. Exactly. But hey, if I'm really good at killing them, they don't harm you. Thus, I'm technically keeping you alive. So, right? Like, that works, right? Never mind. Alright, Leah is joining us shortly. I will send her an invite and we will go from there. You want me to heal, you beg? Oh lord. You know, okay. A long time ago, I join, you know, I queue up for a dungeon, I join, and let's do a boss raid. I joined the dungeon, and first thing I said, I said hi. And this is like, hey everybody, let's get weird. And then the healer and tank proceeded to RP through the entire thing. And whew, I was not ready for that. That was I learned never to say that again. Joining any kind of party and anything, I was like, yeah, lesson learned. I'm never going to say let's get weird, because they got weird. They got really weird. In hindsight, I'm pretty sure they were a couple. I hope they were a couple. Cause man, that got weird. That's the design of Zenyatta. Discord them so they die fast. Who cares if Harmony or barely heals? Saying let's be weird was your first, second, and third mistake. No, you're right. You're right. I just was not I mean, I didn't expect that reaction from them. I expected maybe a haha and then everybody keeps going, but no, they took it as an invitation and they got weird. I mean, okay, I didn't want to say it, but it was kind of hot, but it was also just such a big shock in the moment. Like, this was innocent little me some years ago before I knew just how much and to what intensities that people RP in those games. So it was a learning moment for me. Always expect RP. Yeah, now I do. Nothing gets weirder than Maintenance Platoon when left alone, especially the NCOs of Maintenance Platoon. Payback time. You're right, but how do I say this without calling anybody out? Both age and logistics became famous for some really kinky scenarios that got out. Just, you know, truth is stranger than fiction. People were caught doing strange things and, you know, word spread and yeah. Like, age was one thing. I mean, we kind of expected them to be weird because they work with us. We were weird. Logistics, oh my goodness. Like, oh my goodness. Messing with the first sergeant and blaming it on another platoon. You know, Zofkel, I got a story for that. I won't tell it on stream because I can't tell it on stream, but I have a story for you on that. It's a funny story, but it's also one of those things that really just shouldn't. I'll tell you later. We should have. This was before my time, but we should have gotten in a lot more trouble than we did. Oh boy. I know. Oh boy. I'm sorry. I'm remembering the whole thing in my head now, and it's funny. It's funny in that way where you're like, wow, that was really stupid, and we shouldn't have done that. But since we did and got away with it, there should be a channel for stories that can't be mentioned on stream. No, I can't. I can't. Even I can't get away with that one. Besides, then it would serve as record of the many stupid things I've done. Although I would like to note that I was not involved in the story I was thinking of. I just heard it from the supervisor and thought, wow, I kind of wish I was there for that. Glad I wasn't, but it's one of those things where it's like, wow, that's really messed up. I wish I was there to see it. Oh no. To the rest of the non-military chat, I'm sorry. I wish I could say it's better than that. Oh, I do have a follow-up. You remember? I think it was like a week or two ago when I was complaining in the channel Discord that someone jumped in the fountain. I mean, it's kind of cold up here. It's not warm at all anymore. And a gentleman decided that he wanted to get in the fountain, like the fountain that, you know, people throw like pennies or whatever in. He wanted to get in the fountain, and I think I changed my Discord status to, you could have been normal, but you decided to jump in the fountain instead. He's back. He's back, and apparently he did it again yesterday. I mean, like, I wasn't at work, no, but, you know, we have a picture in the fountain. Yeah, I mean, we've banned him from the premises. Stop him from coming in, but yes, our resident our resident swimmer has decided to make a return. And I can't think for the life of me why anyone would jump inside a fountain. I mean, even if it wasn't cold here, like, dude, go to a pool. It's free and not illegal and not weird. Why would you? I'm trying to understand the actions of crazy people once again, and I feel like that's where I've gone wrong. Just tell it, nobody will know. It's not like you're streaming or something. Well, no, it's not that. It's just there are details that really should be, like, I can tell it to another service member, but there are details that really should not be public about it. So I won't. You know, I otherwise would have no problem telling it because it is funny, but it's probably better left just among service members. Please do understand. There are, and trust me, there are plenty of other far more hilarious stories I could tell. How did that? Okay, that one curved and came straight at me. Wow, that's not good. I'll level with you. I'll tell a different one that's kind of embarrassing for me, but so when you're in basic training, you have to wear briefs. You have to wear tidy whities. Whatever, you have to. Because of that, at some point, I don't know how, I don't know when. Actually, no, it was near the end. But at some point, because of wearing them and because of Texas heat, thank you, Texas. How do I say this without sounding really weird? It ended up chafing the skin off of my right testicle, and you know, that was pretty painful. That was not fun to deal with. It was not fun to deal with. Walking was a pain. Sitting was a pain. When you're if you're sitting for a while and then you suddenly get up and you move your leg and you get that moment where it peels off, and you're like, cool, I'd like to just die right now. Yeah, it wasn't fun. It especially wasn't fun when I went to medical. I'm standing in line. You know, I'm standing in line waiting to explain to them what's wrong with me. And then just before I get to go to the counter, the captain walks up, starts talking to the lady at the counter. Now I'm just a trainee, so you know, it doesn't matter. You know, Captain San has way more importance than I do in the moment. And I clearly wasn't like bleeding or dying, so whatever, I quit. And that was just long enough for a bunch of girls to line up behind me. And so when I got up there and had to tell them what was wrong with me, I had to say it in front of a bunch of girls, because, you know, that's fun. Hey, Karana, good to see you in the chat. So, you know, I get my momentary humiliation at the desk. Ain't no big deal. You know, everybody's got problems. Not a huge thing. You know, I get to see the doctor. I explain it to him, and I watched just I could see his brain processing what I told him. Like, even he couldn't believe what he just heard. And so he just goes, "All right, can you show me what you mean?" So I showed him what I meant. And I mean, that's where that part of the story ends. But then on the way back home to the squadron, it was lunchtime. So I go to the dining facility to get or I think dinner time. It was lunchtime. I go in to get lunch, and our captain was there. He was a very scary man. There are not a lot of men that I am afraid of. There are not a lot of people or things that I'm afraid of. But he was a very scary man. And he saw me limping. So he calls me over to the snake pit. The snake pit is the table where all the instructors sit. You have to pass by it to sit down, and there is always the chance that you are going to be asked a question or be made to approach them And you better hope you got your shit together when that happens, because if you don't, well, if you don't, then it's going to be a bad day for you. But, you know, in this case, you know, the captain saw an injured trainee, so he calls me over, and he asks me, he says, "Where are you hurt?" And, you know, we're in the dining facility, so I didn't want to be like, "Sorry, my testicle." I didn't want to, like, say that. So I'm kind of floundering for a bit. And I'm stammering, and I'm like, "Sir, I don't think it's appropriate to talk about it here in the dining facility." And perhaps sensing that it was, perhaps seeing just how in danger I was, one of our instructors, because we had a team of instructors, one of our instructors, who was quite possibly the craziest one, kind of gave me an out. He was like, "Is it your crotch? Just say it's your crotch." Like, yeah, yes sir, that's what it is. Embarrassing story? Well, I'm the queen of embarrassing stories. Because of that, I stopped going out talking to people eating in public. I was gonna say, how can eating in public be embarrassing? But no, I get that. I totally get that. Won't get final hit, but here, have a buff, everybody. Happy birthday, I love you. A fake MMO that has an actual MMO in it? Which is that? Did it drop nice things? It dropped some nice things. Shit, we kind of cooked that one. That was good. My bad for just one game, but I underestimated how tired I was. I'm gonna lay down for it. Yeah, no problem. You are more than welcome to join us anytime. Anytime. That time it right? Like, it's just, you know, I feel like that's one of those moments that could only happen to me. And I'm sure other people have had, I'd like to think other people had similar things happen, but I don't know. So is this game good? I think it's actually really good. I haven't played a lot of the SAO games. I played Fatal Bullet. I skipped the Alicization one that came after that, but before this. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this a lot. One of the things I really like about it is how different all the, I mean, the characters basically are like kits, and I like how they did it. Like, they all feel fun to play in their own unique way. Hooray, I can sit down now. we wouldn't be playing it so much if it wasn't. Game is so bad, but it makes you addicted to it. You hear that? You hear that, Final Fantasy 14? I'm kidding. I actually love that game. I've been playing it for years. Pursuing my true self, playing as soon as you beat the boss is perfect timing. Oh, I didn't notice that it started. I heard it playing, but I didn't realize it started right as we beat it. Alright. I am going to drag you two into the Jade Maze. Maybe the Jade Maze, because I have no greater reason to do it. I'm just going to. Like, we got woods twice, so maybe we'll get the maze this time. Hey, Jel, feel free to join us anytime. If you see me playing it, I mean, if you see me on, feel free to send me an invite or whatever. PSO 2 NGS Doomers. See, I wanted to go for the low-hanging fruit there, but I was like, nah, let me behave myself today. There's like 100 Sword Art games. I've played exactly 0 of them. I played a little of Lost Song, but not enough to say I actually did. I bought, but haven't played, SAO versus Excel World. I'm a fan of both series, so I wanted to. I mean, they're written by the same author, so that's why a crossover was easy to do. I'd like to try it out. I own it. I have to try it out at some point, but I just haven't. And like I said, I played a ton of Fatal Bullet. Fatal Bullet is, in my opinion, the spiritual successor to another game that the same devs made called Freedom Wars. which I heard is getting a remaster, and I'm so happy for that. I will pick that up. I will stream it. Freedom Wars is a game that I need the world to see and experience and know exists. It is that good. If you like Monster Hunter, if you like PSO2, if you like games of that nature, you will like Freedom Wars. See, I've played every dot hack game, even the actual MMO one. I never played those, and I've never seen the series. But I really want to. That's on my bucket list. Currently, Devastator? I think we decided. Yeah, decided. I'm currently deciding on which version of a specific game's DLC pack should I play, or debating. Well, that's what you mean. Which game? Fatal Bullet was $6 a couple of days ago. I just bought it. Right on. Trinity, please do enjoy it. It's a great game. If I can give you a tip now, and I said this to a buddy of mine who also picked it up. It was like free on PlayStation Plus a while ago. Don't give your Arphasis grenades. Do not give her grenades. You will thank me later. Never give her grenades. Like, ever. And as soon as you are able to affect her AI, oh, thanks for the follow. That's awesome of you. As soon as you are there, I mean, just follow the story. There is a point where you can kind of tailor her responses to things. Disable her, make it so that she doesn't react to certain events. The last thing you want her to do, if you go down in a fight and you need to be revived, the last thing you want her to do is to run over and start clapping for you. Just don't. Just don't. It's a special kind of pain when you're in a prolonged boss fight, you almost got it, and then it does some stupid thing and takes you down. One of the characters runs over to get you up, they go down, another one runs over to get that one, the other one, like another character goes to get that one, while your Arphasis runs over to pick you up, and then she starts clapping like, yay, you're dead, you're so awesome. Like, yeah, just fix her responses first, and never give her grenades. Ever. Just don't. You will thank me later. Oh, is it still free on? Oh, nice. It was a really good game. I do recommend it. I do still play it from time to time, but like, I never hit max level, but I was pretty much in the end game on PS4. Oh, Jonas68, thanks for the follow. So give her all the names. Okay, you know what? She's not too bad with normal grenades, but never, ever give her smoke grenades. Ever. Just no. Just no. Just don't do it. Also, I saw you mentioned DJ Max. I've never played DJ Max. I have heard of it. I have the soundtracks from the first 2 games. I love it. Thinking about whether I should get the Legacy Plus DLC, which includes the DLC themed after older DJ Max, Technica 1, Classify Edition, Trilogy, so I can get the songs for use when I make videos. Because of how good the music is, I would say yes, but it is your money, so I don't want to say, oh yeah, totally do the thing. Like, please spend your money wisely, and to that end, never take any kind of money advice from the Lace channel. I have nothing good to offer in that regard. Other than to say, please never take money advice from the Lace channel. Also, never take medical advice, other than general, like, self-care tips. Remember Dance Dance Revolution Extreme? I do. I do. Bad at it, but I remember it. You know, funny story that I've mentioned this many times before. I am particularly terrible at music/rhythm games, largely because like games like Dance Dance Revolution, I was bad at them because, I mean, for the sake of unique gameplay, the inputs follow the melody, not the beat, and that goes against like every musical everything I've ever learned. Because I do make music, and in fact, I'd like to get back into it very soon. But you know, with the beat being the backbone of what you make, it is a very unchanging thing. And honestly, if the inputs were going off the beat alone, then that would be kind of wrong. So for this case in point, this is a song I made. You know, the inputs go off of the melody in order to give you more varied gameplay, and that just like my brain cannot compute. Like I can do it, but I'm fighting against my instincts the entire time, and that just makes it twice as hard. Money's not a problem. We have none. it's more true than I want it to be. My favorite music game was Amplitude for PS2, the soundtrack. Oh, I always wanted to play that. I never got to play it, and it haunts me to this day. There are a couple that I enjoyed. I liked Parappa the Rapper. I liked Space Channel 5. I was a big fan of that. There's another one, another more recent one I was thinking of, and I can picture it in my head, but can't remember the name. What was it? It wasn't Hi-Fi Rush, although I really want to play that still. What was it? Oh, well, it's not necessarily a music game, but the music in Yars Rising, like I'm already enjoying the game, but then the game having a really good soundtrack only makes me enjoy it even more. Like if I can listen to a soundtrack on loop, it's good to me. And the Yars Rising soundtrack is good. The SAO game still being $60 on PlayStation is diabolical. I agree. I mean, except for this one, they are kind of old now. So you would think they'd mark the price. Which way is she going? You would think they'd lower the price. But even then, I mean, if you can get SAO, if you can get Fatal Bullet for $6 or even free, that is an absolute steal. And the DLCs that they added are very, very, very worth it. They're also kind of essential. Like, aside from the characters that were added with them, the endgame dungeons that came along with them generally drop the best gear for those particular points in the let me say story. I mean, it is a continuous story, yeah. But if you're after particular drops, you know, those DLC dungeons pretty much are where you want to go. And then like the one that added like the fourth region, like the snowy area, that one is very, very well worth it. Because it's not just, I mean, they treated it as an expansion, and it functions like. Fatal Bullet on Steam is $4? Really? Oh, 20 for the full. Oh, okay. I was gonna say I paid more than that, but I got the full. Yeah. It's worth it. It definitely enjoy that game. And like I said, if you find that you like Fatal Bullet, when Freedom Wars comes out, pick it up. Fatal Bullet was the spiritual successor to Freedom Wars. And you know, one of the things I mention all the time is she needs somebody to lead her there. One of the best parts of Freedom Wars is how seriously it takes itself. You are a prisoner in a society where it is illegal to waste resources, and you know you go on these missions as a way to work off your sentence. And during what you fight, there are these giant machine monsters that kidnap people for reasons I don't fully remember, and in an attempt to save someone from one of those, you get knocked out and you lose your memory, which means you lose your memory of all the training they gave you, which is a resource. So now you've got a 1,000,000-year sentence to work off. That is pretty much the core of your gameplay, working off that 1,000,000-year sentence. When I started the game, you know, I woke up in my cell. I was like, okay, what do I do now? Over to the door. The door was locked, obviously. I walked across the room to the other side, and the alarm went off. And I got, I think, 20 years added onto my sentence because I was not allowed to take more than 6 steps in my cell. And I'm thinking like, well, what the hell? How was I supposed to know that? The game just started. And like, just, that's where the hilarity started. Something cool up here. As I progressed in the game, I was allowed to leave my cell. And it's, you know, I could leave my cell and walk around the block. And I walked up to somebody. I made a female character. I walked up to a guy and initiated conversation. The alarm went off. I was not allowed to talk to the opposite sex. I'm like, seriously? like really though? There was another time, like, okay, NPCs frequently, I guess you apparently smell. Your character apparently has a scent. And many people call you out for this scent. Walked up to a guy, and all I did was initiate conversation, and he's like, oh god, you smell terrible, get away from me, can't you go find some work to do? Adds 30 years to my sentence, because, and I'm like, wow, dude, really? You're, like, really though? But the best one, and I love telling this story, the best one had to be playing the game, and get a text from a friend of mine. I walked up to an NPC, and I initiate the conversation, and I get a text from a friend, so I stop to text back. A minute or two later, the alarm goes off, and I get 30 years added to my sentence for unproductive conversation. I took too long to respond to an NPC. I was like, Freedom Wars, you have got to chill, man. But that's the hilarity of the game. I think that's what makes it so... I mean, it was already a fun game in its own right, but then just how seriously it takes itself made me love it. I'm always hunting for anime-style games. Yes, it is very, very worth it. And, you know, similar to Fatal Bullet, you make your character and you make your there's like an android assigned to be your watchdog, pretty much, but it also serves as your partner in your hunts. And I'm gonna lean on Monster Hunter terminology because it really feels like plain Monster. Think of your android partner as your palico, pretty much. You can give them, or your arphasis in the case of Fatal Bullet, you can give them, you know, any weapon you can use, they can use. And then, of course, you can tailor their responses to things. Like, I gave mine a sniper rifle, and I said, hey, go after anything up high or far away. And she was a very effective sniper. She was very effective. I would say the same goes for your arphasis in Fatal Bullet. If you spec her right, she can be a very effective anything, really. You want her to be a tank, make her a tank. You want her to be a sniper, make her a sniper. Another bit of advice, and contrary to what the anime said, agility is everything. Like, have high agility. Unless you intend to just totally be a tank, and even then, still have high agility, because it's like the every stat. Build strength only as far as you need it for, like, weapons. So if you need, I'm just making up numbers now, if you need like 50 strength to carry a weapon, build to 50, and no more than that. Vitality is vitality. If you want to have a ton of HP, yeah, sure, go for it, but it's probably like the least important stat. Agility is everything. Luck is good. If you like crits, build, you know, high luck. But other than that, you can... How would I say it? I had a crit sniper that could really spam skills. So I went maxed agility, had pretty high luck, you know, for the crits, and really high intelligence for the skill cooldowns. Built strength to whatever I needed for whatever weapons I was carrying. Vitality was kind of there. it was there. Really, every time I get on that thing. Let's go. I need this thing to not be like sniping me while I'm trying to push the button. The most fun I had playing a game was Persona 5 Royal. I was on the last boss with the wrong personas and spent the whole day trying to kill it. And I realized I'd made another mistake. The game was on hard. Oh god, you started on hard mode. So I've seen friends play that, and that game looks so fun. I've never had a chance to play it, and I really want to. That too is on my bucket list. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to. The music is fantastic. I love it. Oh, it is still there. Like, how is this thing invisible? What is going on with that? Since when do they turn invisible? Or is this like some like visual glitch? You get it? Now. Persona 5 Royal is definitely worth it. Yes, I've never heard anyone say anything bad about it, so I definitely want to check it out. Almost quit midway through the OG story, but I'm glad I did. I was telling Leah this morning I need to get back to playing Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, and I'll admit there's only one big reason I want to go back to playing it, and her name is Narmaya. But I don't like her for the reasons that you think I like her. I mean, yeah, I like her for that reason. Yes, it's not the only reason. I would actually say this is one of the rare times my like of a character is actually wholesome. Which implies that most of the characters I like are not wholesome, and I realize I just dug a pretty deep hole for myself right there. Well, thanks for watching tonight, folks. We're all done now. Have a good day. I loved Relink. I was enjoying it. I was actually really enjoying it, but I made that stupid gamer mistake of trying to play multiple RPGs at once. And, you know, I thought I learned that lesson years ago, but here we are, still making that same mistake years later. One day I'll do it right. One day. Whoops. Wrong button. That is really old. Stop smacking me with that thing. No, you won't. You know, I will try. I was playing, I mean, not counting PSO2 and Final Fantasy 14, I think I was playing, what was it called? Soul. Oh man, I can't remember the name of it. Off the top of my head. Those in the channel Discord. I'll link those. I'll link the other RPGs I was playing at the time. Oh, the other one was Tales of. Oh shit! What was the last Tales game? Like all I could think of is Zillion, and I know it wasn't that because I played that years ago. What was the last one again? Sneaks into chat and steals the streamer's nerve gear, but then I would die. Arise, thank you. Tales of Arise. I need to get back to that too. Like I was really enjoying that. I love that one. But again, me being a genius, I was like, I'm gonna play this game and Soul Survivor, Soul something. Crap. What is it called? Not Soul Worker. That's not it. Not me reaching over to the side to check out the Steam list. Hang on, once the boss is dead, then I'll look it up. Oh, you would dodge as soon as I did that. Here, I'll just do this. Sacrifices have to be made. Sacrifices have to be made, streamer. That's great. Bought Tales of Arise for $9 a month ago. I need to finish it. It's so good. It's so good. Like, yes, please finish it. And so many RPGs, so little time. What was that we were saying earlier? You either have time or money, but never both. Okay, what was the name of that one? Soul some. Main character had like short white hair. She kind of looked like Lucy from Cyberpunk, but I just no. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Was maybe if I look in the S's, I might find it. Soul Hackers 2. That's what it was. I was trying to play Soul Hackers 2, Tales of Arise, and Grand Blue Fantasy Relink all at the same time, along with also playing Final Fantasy 14 and PSO2. Which, don't do that. Don't do that. We love top DPS. Oh yeah, I mean you're level 100. You should be top DPS. One day I too will be cool on the internet, but until then, Yeah, I just noticed I still haven't actually done a Jade Maze run at all tonight, and like I don't want to put us through like rank 1 because the drops would just be kind of worthless, but it just keeps giving us woods for no reason. One more try, and hopefully we'll actually get Jade Maze this time. If we get woods, I give up. My only gripe with it is it tells you who. It tells you who. Well, I'm sorry, I'm misreading that. My only gripe with it is who tells you the big twist. Since you aren't done, I won't say, but it's really a letdown. Oh, okay. Yeah. Don't tell me. I want to find out. Trials of Mana ever goes on sale, I'm buying it. I will finish what RPGs I own before I buy any more. With the only exception being Freedom Wars. And, well, does Ghost of Tsushima count as an RPG? I wouldn't consider it an RPG, but if that counts, then special exception for Ghost of Yote when that launches. Which I also am playing through. I never did finish Tsushima. I am playing through it again, both on PS5, that's my stream save, and also just a personal save on Steam. Scarlet Nexus, I never did finish that one. You know what? I liked Scarlet Nexus to a point. I don't want to say too much, but there was a point where I felt like I was doing the same thing and trying to get a different result. Like story-wise, I was doing the same thing and trying to get a different result each time, and I'm like, why are they doing this? It didn't work the last 2 times. Why are we trying this same thing again? I should do the same, but I really want to try beating OG Final Fantasy VII with mods. Someday I will go back and finish OG Final Fantasy VII. Somebody bought a mint condition copy from me for like a lot of money a while back, and that's why I didn't finish it. Scarlet Nexus was such a disappointment for me. The concept was cool. The gameplay was pretty cool. I agree. There was a certain point where it just kind of let me down. I've never finished Nier Automata. Nier Automata is on the very short list of games that I will wholeheartedly recommend to someone. But do understand, and I didn't know this back then, do understand Yoko Taro writes tragedies. I will leave it at that. I will leave it at that. But it is a very beautiful game, and I highly recommend it. Another one that I think is really good, and this one's older. I was talking about it, I think last week, throughout one of my Ghost of Tsushima streams. If anyone has ever played, oh my god, did we get the woods again? Can we leave this one? I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not doing this one. Like, can we just leave this? Like, it's been nothing but the woods all night. The game is not wanting your Jade Maze, right? Like, that's not fair. The other thing is, I was saying, if anyone ever played Lost Odyssey on Xbox 360, absolutely beautiful game. There are not a lot of games that I consider works of art. I consider that one a work of art, and not even because of the gameplay, but because the best part of the game are the short stories that are throughout the game. Main character is an immortal. He's an immortal man who's lived for 1,000 years, but he lost his memory. Many different things in game trigger his memories. It could be a conversation in town, it could be a sound he hears, it could be meeting somebody. And then when the memories are, like when you regain those memories, you read them as a short story, and those stories are beautiful. A lot of them are very sad. Don't run off, I'm leaving this run. A lot of them are very sad, or are rather somber in nature, but they are also very, very beautiful for it. Like, just chef's kiss to the writing. Whoever wrote those stories, you are amazing. And if you are not, if you have not somehow gotten more work in gaming, or been elevated to like main writer, you need to be the main writer for any company because you are very talented. I also like Final Fantasy 15. I enjoyed 15. I don't remember where I left off. I played it to a point, and I don't remember where I left off. Leah, did you go on in that one? Because we left that one. I hope you're not still going. I wish I still had my save file for 15. I have a save on my PS4. I should transfer it over to my PS5 and eventually play it again. I have 16, but it's okay. It's okay. It's not bad, but it just never really hooked me. That's all. You wonder if what'll hold me back. Yeah, I don't think we can run anything if you're still in there. Most beautiful game, best visuals, best music, best gameplay, Tetris. You are not wrong on this. You are not wrong at all on this. 16 is also on the bucket list. 16 is fun. I can safely say it is fun, but it just didn't hook me. It didn't hook me. But I was enjoying it when I played it. I still do have it. It's like the only actual disc-based game I have for PS5. But yeah, just whenever I sit down to play my PS5, like it actually just sat there until Stellar Blade released. My PS5 just kind of sat there. Stellar Blade is a game that I really, really enjoy. Not for the reasons you're thinking, but also for the reasons you're thinking. Yeah, that kind of was the game that got me playing my PS5. All right, one last try. You've given us 3 woods in a row. Can we please have the Jade Maze? We can't keep leaving. Yeah, if it doesn't give us Jade Maze, then I'll just tough it out and deal with it. Right, Oz? Yeah, even Oz agrees. What? Why are you yelling at me? Oh, thank God it's the maze. It's about time. For me, it was FF7 Rebirth. Stellar Blade was a nice follow. Indeed. I want to play, I really, really want to play FF7 Rebirth. I tried the demo and I was like, this is awesome. Like, all the people were just like, oh my God, what did they do to this game? It's so terrible now. No, I played the original too, and I think this is amazing. Like, your mileage may vary. Not everybody may like it. Whatever. I want to play it, but I want to wait till the full thing is released and then just play it all. God, play it. Yes, but no, but I think one of my favorite things though were all the people who were just trying to drum up controversies over the game, especially the ones going, oh, she's unrealistic, they've over-sexualized her, she's so... And then the woman who created her, posted a picture of herself and said, I modeled her after myself. One, that's like the biggest mic drop I've heard in a long time. Two, old girl's kind of got it. Like, you modeled, I mean, sure, Eve is a bit exaggerated, but if she's modeled after you, this is going to sound weird, but you made a very good work. Stellar Mama? Is that what I call her? Is that that's not what I call, but you get the idea. Like, Eve's character designer modeled her after herself. And, you know, she is as attractive, you know, by real world standards as Eve is by fantasy standards. Weird thought when it comes to crossovers, considering Tekken 8 considering the Tekken 8 OST is playing at the moment. Tekken characters versus Kingdom Hearts characters. You know, I mean, we already had Noctis in 7, and he wasn't bad. As cool as that might be, I don't think that would happen, only because that's like, they'd have to get the Disney approval, they'd have to get the Square Enix approval. Like, that just sounds like a licensing nightmare. Would absolutely be awesome, but man, that would be a licensing nightmare. Most of the gripes are from turn-based boomers and story stuff, the latter being more valid, but I see the games as sequels, so I don't mind this stuff. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I think there is a healthy enough design space for both remakes and you know, proper sequels, as long as they're handled right. Now, I am, you know, please put your pitchforks down. I am one of the very few Resident Evil 3 remake defenders. Let me put it this way. I agree with a lot of the critical points of it. I do. But I also don't feel like it is like the worst thing to ever exist. In fact, looking at the original, as you know, I watched Resident Evil long plays at work because I have lost control of my life and don't know what to do. Looking at the original RE3, I feel like the game was padded to be a little bit longer. Like, I feel like there are parts and areas that just don't really need to be there, or were just literally excess. And they trimmed a lot of that down. I'm in the minority that absolutely hated the clock tower. I understand that's a very significant part of RE3, and I hated the clock tower, so I wasn't missing it. But after I saw somebody recreate it in Unreal Engine, I was like, holy crap! Like, Capcom hired this guy. Like, he did the work for you. Just hire this guy. I think it's a fair trade to get rid of the clock tower, but then make the hospital longer. Yeah, fair trade, for the most part. Your mileage may vary on that. On Thursday, I was talking about if they were to make a Code Veronica remake, a lot of it really does need to be trimmed down, especially the parts that require a lot of like extreme backtracking. Like, I don't mind if it's something like, okay, you know, you're on the second floor of the house, or your second floor. I'm just going to use one as a reference. You know, you got the key on the second floor of the house for a door all the way on the extreme opposite end of the first floor. Like, okay, that's fine. But when it's like, hey, you got the key for... Okay, remember how you had to go through the whole dormitory to get the helmet key? And then you would go back to the mansion and be able to open the helmet doors, but then you never went back to the dormitory? Like, that's fine. But imagine having to backtrack between the two frequently because of like key items that you picked up. That's, you know, someone recently made that criticism of Code Veronica, and I agree. Like, the extreme backtracking was a bit much. But other than that, I'm all for it. Like, I'm all for a remake as long as they don't change certain things. Eve's model is also Zenny RT on Instagram. I would love to see more work of hers. You know, that's that when I'll be getting the Stellar Blade collab in Nikkei. I mean, I'm sure they will at some point. I wouldn't mind Xiao Yu versus Aqua or Jun versus the final boss for Kingdom Hearts 2. I sure as hell would watch that. If Monty Ohm were still alive, I would love to see him animate that. For those who don't know, long before Ruby, Monty O made a name for himself with the famous Haloid and Dead Fantasy videos. Yes, it was very, very, very well choreographed action. Like that's why Rooster Teeth hired him. They saw that and they were like, "Holy crap, this guy knows how to choreograph a fight." And then, of course, ultimately, he got his own big break with Ruby. Hey, Nate, good to see you in the chat, man. How you feeling today? We are nerding out on games, anime, RPGs, and and Eve from Stellar Blade. It was a low-hanging fruit. I had to go for it. Doing all right? Just woke up. Okay, well, rise and shine, man. Great to have you with us. I finally got into Jade Maze tonight after running like Woods of Recollection like what, 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row. Really? What are the odds I would just happen to run into where that landed? Come on. This. Oh. Let's give it back. And again, Kazuya versus Roxas would probably look odd. I mean, the matchup sort of happens in, well, not Roxas, but in the case of Sora, the matchup totally happens in Smash Brothers. Although I would say Kazuya definitely seems out of place there, but I said the same thing about Snake, and I love the fact that he's in it. Makes you want to scream, "Are we in the beta? What is this?" Didn't Monty also do stuff for RVB? Yeah. Rooster Teeth hired him because of after they saw what he did with Haloid and Dead Fantasy, they hired him for like, you know, fight scenes. And man knows how to cook when it comes to fight scenes. Uh-oh, I got him. Watch out. Really? Hang on. You get the Straya first, because did somebody get that thing? Because, like, we can't revive anybody if they're just, like, ground pounding the whole time. Go. Back to the Arcs record grind for a little. What is the Arcs record for this week? I didn't bother looking. Or wait, no, isn't it Arrow Runner, but they misspelled Arrow? Oh, you're stuck in ads. I'm sorry. For those new to the channel here, I set up the ads, you know, at the advice of bigger name streamers. I set up the ads so that they are longer ad breaks around the top of the hour, but they happen less. I think it would be more annoying if it was like short, like 1-minute ad breaks every 15 to 20 minutes. I think that's how it originally was by default. It's like about just, you know, a minute to minute and a half ad break at the top of the hour. I think it might even be longer than that, but it's a necessary evil. Arrow Runner. Oh, Protector only. It's Roaring Avalanche. That seems like a mess over there, and I'm glad I'm over here on this terminal. Now, I will have to, unfortunately, wrap up after this run. You know, 10 o'clock usually is my cutoff point, because I do have to go to work tonight. And the bus comes earlier on Saturday nights. But, to those who are new to the channel, on Sundays, I do what I call Creative Space and Chill in PSO2. Creative Space is it would be unfair to call it housing. I mean, sure, you can call it that, but that's really lowballing it. Creative space is literally what it sounds like. They give you an area to build in, and I really enjoy streaming builds. I have made 4, technically 5 cities. Actually, I think this would be 6, or yeah, I think I'm getting ahead of myself. I've made 4 and working on a 5th city, 1 arena, and I think, yeah, that's it. But I've made a lot of different things in creative space. It's a lot of fun. I do the Sunday streams at 6 p.m. Eastern. Instead of like all the other stream days, I go live at 8 p.m. Eastern, but Sunday ones I go live at 6. Shouldn't be standing there. Oh, I shouldn't be standing there. Oh, he's out of range. Oh no, it's still hit. Cool. Good. I also sometimes do DJ streams, both in and out of PSO2. A lot of times, because of the cities that I've made, I have venues there, nightclubs that I created that I will play in. And though I didn't today, I just opted not to. I will probably do it tomorrow. So, do return for that if you like electronic music. If you like electronic dance music, then please stop on by. Have a good time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's really frustrating when you're trying to revive somebody and then like the boss or something knocks you back from them. Can you maybe not do that, please? He's mad now. Are y'all max level? I haven't had time to grind this out. Leah is. I am not. I've been kind of jumping around different characters. My player rank is 64. Zafkiel is approaching, what was it, 55? And Leah is maxed, both player rank and character rank. It's like a bunch of junk this time. One of the reasons I like to run Jade Maze is because I'm trying to get a red variation of this out. No luck yet.
Good job.
Oh, Nate, I didn't know you played this as well. Wait, no, you did say that a few days ago. Yeah, let me know. Let me know next time, man. Like, feel free to add me if you ever wanna like run Jade Maze till you learn to hate it. Let me know. I'll help out. I'm kidding. Please, no one do to yourselves what I did with Jade Maze. Just don't run it to the point that you hate it. Just take breaks, run to other things. Do not drive yourself insane for. Do not drive yourself insane for a nice out. And I know, right now somebody's thinking, but Lace, isn't that what we do in online games? Yes, but no, but yes. Might be able to join now. It's the 3rd co-op mission. I can do one more. And then I just won't have enough time for anything else after. But yeah, I can do one more. All right, what is your ID so that I can invite you? And yeah, if you wanna run like the World Tier 1 Jade Maze, I don't mind. It's still an opportunity to possibly not get the kitty coat because, you know, not allowed to have nice things. But maybe someday. Maybe someday. Leah, can you show them the outfit really quick? I also actually want to see what it looks like, by the way. I mean, I've seen it, I just haven't seen it on you. So would you mind showing them? Please and thank you. And also thank you for plugging the Discord. To all the new people who popped in tonight, to all the new follows and new squad members, there is the channel Discord. You are under no obligation to join, but it's a great way to go beyond the stream and keep up with what, when, and how I do things. I may also sometimes play games in there that I can't and or won't stream on Twitch. And that sounds bad, but I don't mean it that way. And I may also sometimes practice DJing in there too. So yes, do take advantage of that. Is everyone else okay with running tier 1? I don't think they'd mind. You guys don't mind, right? That does actually look really good. I didn't realize it had the contrasting like black belts on it. See, that is why I want that. It's nice. Like, I still like the blue one more, but that doesn't look bad at all. Someday I will get it. Someday. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure they don't mind. I just need to add an invite. What is your UID? Leah also is fine with it. Cool. We can do the thing. I mean, we should be able to tear through it pretty fast since we're so high level. I hope. Checking my phone real quick to make sure I'm not missing anything. This is not a complaint at all, but Blue Sky really, really loves cat pictures, and I'm okay with that. Oh, to find your UID, go to the Friends tab, and then it's right there at the bottom. There we go. Go with me. Once I got you added, I will send you that invite. There we go. And just once you accept and you appear in the list, I'll be able to invite you. I mean, I think I could do it without adding you as a friend. There we go. All right, gang's all here. If everyone's ready, I will switch us to Jade Maze 1 and do the thing. And maybe I still won't get the kitty code, but maybe this will be that glorious moment. Maybe streamer luck will kick in and I will finally get the thing. Maybe. I hope. You know what? While it's matchmaking up, oh, never mind. We jumped in really quick. I was gonna try to make effective use of the time and get my shoes, get my uniform shirt. Sorry, folks, no clothes ASMR tonight. You know, I shouldn't say that because it makes it sound like I get undressed on stream all the time, which is not inaccurate, but it's also not accurate. Good luck. Thank you. Here's hoping it finally drops. On my birthday, a friend of mine who knows I'm like a huge Girls Frontline nerd sent me the registration link for I guess we're finally getting an English version of Girls Frontline 2 Exilium. If and when that game comes out, I apologize in advance for how hard I'm going to nerd out on it. Because I promise you, I'm going to nerd out on it really, really hard. Like, far more than I do PSO2. So, please do understand. Is there loot over here? There's indeed loot over here. Oh, I'll take that. That's good. You know, I'm really happy that in it's either the Chinese version or the Korean version, whichever version exists already, most of my favorite characters from the first game are already back in it. So I'm very happy. If they add Springfield anytime soon, even if they change her name, if they add Springfield anytime soon, I'm pretty much done for it. Springfield is like everything I like about Rena and Zenless Zone Zero, except she actually can cook. Oh my god, I like your mouse. Oh, thank you. I had a friend design some for me a while back. I really do need to get some more up-to-date ones, but I'm glad you liked them. Oh, thank you for the sub. That is awesome of you. You know, like I always say, you don't have to do it, but that's why it means so much more to me. Thank you for that. I hope I get into the Girls Frontline 2 beta. I signed up day one. Exactly. I really want to get into it. Like, I already had a mighty need, and then I saw they added Sabrina. Spots 12. She goes by her real name now. They added her. They added 416 under a totally different name, which isn't a bad name, but it's probably always going to be 416 to me. Like I said, most of my favorites are already in, so I'm on board with this all the way. I was trying not to. I saw him there, but I was hoping I could like finish this before it attacked. Oh, if you're enjoying this song, I highly recommend the artist. Check out their YouTube channel, Ash Zone. They make really good music. They also do the animation for the videos. Oh, hey, if I knew he was gonna appear, I would have waited to use that skill. Uh-oh, that's not good. Boom! Even before it detonated. You love to see it. That's right, I got that skill cooldown thing. I get like much faster refreshes on everything. That's perfect. Down he goes. forgot to check in on the YouTube side. I am also multi-streaming on YouTube, and I forgot to check in. You know what? It actually jumped ahead to a buddy of mine who is live right now, so I will leave it there because I mean I would be tuning into him anyways. If you are watching on the YouTube side, I'm sorry I can't actually see the chat yet. I will try to, before I go live tomorrow, I will try to set up OBS so I can see both the chats. Right now I can currently only see the Twitch one, but I'm not ignoring you guys. I want to fully integrate and interact with you all over on the YouTube side. To indeed be a VTuber. Oh, there was a Silica next to me. Hey, hashtag Kitty Coat Nation. Uh-oh. Oh, that looks like a fun room. Here, fight these giant guys in the middle with explosives. We should get through this with no problem. Right? There we go. Why am I facing this way? That is not the direction I was looking in. There we go. Her princess run is killing me, man. I love it. I've grown to like it, but it's just so cliche. You don't, not this time. Oh, never mind, I didn't see the other one. Yes, you will. Uh-oh. That's not where I want to be. System call, right? You know, funny you mentioned that. There is, like, for anyone that somehow doesn't know, I think it would be impossible to be playing this game and somehow not know it, but Excel World is the cousin series to SAO. It takes place future tense to the events of SAO. Very likely and almost confirmed within the shared universe. But there is something in Excel World that the foundation of it pretty much exists in Alicization, or like the ideas first explored in Alicization, and I could see what they did in Excel World being like an extension of that. I don't want to say too much because if you are interested in the series, I highly recommend checking it out. And I don't want to spoil anything for you. But yeah, just without saying too much, something that becomes a very major part of Excel World seems to have first been explored in Alicization. Now, one thing I will say, and I mean it's not really a spoiler, but it does clear up a frequent misconception right away. Despite how she looks, despite the fact that she has the Vorpal Strike, Kuroyuki Hime is not Kirito's mother. She's not. I thought that. I honestly thought that too, but no, she's not. Underworld was a good arc. When I read the novels, I felt like it was very slow in the beginning, like just kind of building it up took forever, but once it got going, oh, it was fantastic. And it's easily the larger half of the series now. I think Alicization started in volume 9 and ran till volume 18. It was a very, very big arc. but they did so much with it. Oh, how'd I avoid that roar? You know what? It doesn't matter how. Game said no. Like, thanks, game. Appreciate you. Oh, I think it's too far to get hit by that. Oh no, he got hit. Cool. You don't. I can detonate this one in time. I got interrupted. I got interrupted before I could get like max charge. Uh-oh. Oh no, hang on. I don't think anybody's getting the whatchamacallits. I think I was too far for my AoE to hit. Yeah, GGO is definitely my favorite arc. I'm a little biased on that, but GGO is definitely my favorite arc. I got some accessory from this. Like a legendary accessory. But still no red kitty coat, and that's okay. I didn't want it anyway. Here, have a dance. Even ends in fireworks. That's cool. I never saw the end of that. GGO is almost everyone's fave, though. Believe it or not, a lot of people say they like the SAO arc the most, and then just don't like the rest. But you know, of course, your mileage may vary. Oh, that's not bad. Straya needs a better weapon. This is not bad, but I'd swap out the guard damage reduction, the level 1. I'll keep the 2 unless I have something higher, but yeah, I'll swap that out. Oh. Tank bracelet, I'll keep it. Alright, we're getting there with her. We're getting those levels. Good deal. I got top damage? What? Did I? You know, I forgot to even check. Wow. I'm surprised by that. Oh, well, then again, like, everything she does is an AoE, so. ALO was my least favorite. At first, ALO was my least favorite, but I learned to like it. Only because of how good Underworld ended up being, I have to rank ALO the lowest. But I didn't hate it at all. I didn't hate it at all. It was good in its own way. I'd love to keep going, guys. I really would, but I have to be out this door in like 25 minutes. This was an absolute blast, and I can't wait to do it again. I will be back tomorrow for Creative Space and Chill, and I promise I will. I owe you guys a DJ session. So once I'm done building tomorrow, I will set up the decks, and I'll do, you know, maybe like an hour set, maybe half an hour. I will commit to an hour, and we'll see where we go from there. So definitely be there for that. This has been an absolute awesome night. Alexia, Trinity, Groovy, all of you, you guys are amazing. You guys make doing this so much fun, and it was great meeting you all. Thanks for all the new follows. Thanks for the subs. Those were great. Am I forgetting anything? Have I forgotten anything? I don't think I've forgotten anything. Sorry, I'm looking at the clock and I'm just like, TikTok, what do you gotta do the thing. You gotta do the thing. So with that in mind, I won't raid out tonight just because, you know, I really have to like go get ready. So thank you, all of you. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you once again for plugging the Discord, Leah. Please take advantage of that. I will be back tomorrow. Until then, take care of yourselves and keep it level.
much.